when we are sort of talking about, the reproduction part, right? When we are talking about the reproduction part, just have a look. What exactly happens is that, there are, let's understand about the cell division. Are you aware of the cell division first? Tell me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you give like a recap as well, though? If
Sorry?
it's yeah,
How many types of cell division do we have? Can you tell me that?
okay, that I don't remember.
That you do not remember. Okay. Understand. When we talk about the types of cell division, right? When we talk about the types of cell division, understand there are two types of cell division. One is mitosis and one is meiosis. Okay. Now understand it's a very, very important topic because cell division is actually the basis for reproduction. So when we say that there is cell division, so you also have to understand that during cell division, what exactly happens is that there are certain characteristics that we inherit from our parents. So those characteristics that we inherit from our parents is inheritance, right? We look like our parents, right? We walk like our parents. Sometimes our hair structure is also like our parents. Why is that so? Tell me, why is that so? Because of cell division. Because we are getting something from our parents. And why is that happening? Because we are a product of the sexual reproduction. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
Right? So here, what are we going to understand today? That in cell division, what exactly happens? So there are several steps in cell division. Understand one thing. What happens is that, see, this is a cell, right? This is a cell. No matter what kind of cell, this could be an animal cell or a plant cell. Every cell undergoes cell division, right? So when we have this particular cell, every cell has a center that you call it as a nucleus, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then what exactly happens is just see, there is a cytoplasm outside, isn't it? There is a cytoplasm. Are you aware of the parts of the cell?
Uh, I remember a little. Yeah.
Okay. What are the parts of cell? What is Golgi body? What is endoplasmic reticulum? Hmm?
Uh, I can like name some parts, but yeah, I don't remember the functions
Functions.
out well.
Okay,
Can you give
okay.
me like
No,
recap?
don't worry. Don't worry. Understand. See, understand. So we have this cell, right? Then the liquid part inside the cell is called as a cytoplasm. Then there is nucleus. This is called as a nuclear membrane. First, understand. You need to understand the basic function. Otherwise, there's no point of understanding this. Then there is nuclear membrane, and then there is nuclear pore, and then there is nuclear pore. Now, what exactly happens, Sonia? Everything here is controlled by nucleus. See, understand. Nucleus is a very, very important function. So when we talk about this part, right, the cell, the mitosis part, what exactly is happening? Just see. In this cell, this is the nucleus, this is the nuclear pore. Right from the nuclear pore, what arises? It is endoplasmic reticulum. It is endoplasmic reticulum. Do you understand? It is endoplasmic reticulum. And nucleus has a liquid inside it. In that liquid, there are few substances called as ribosomes are produced. Okay? Ribosomes are produced. Some enzymes are also produced. So these ribosomes, they basically attach on this particular Endoplasmic reticulum. So what does the nucleus do? Nucleus prepares these ribosomes here and sends out through the nuclear pore, and these ribosomes, they get attached onto this particular body, and this is called as endoplasmic reticulum. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
So this endoplasmic reticulum, which has ribosomes attached on this, is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. Is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. You understand? Is called as
Yeah.
rough endoplasmic reticulum. That's the concept. So this rough endoplasmic reticulum gets attached on this particular ribosome, right? And similar ways, this is the basic concept. So from all the pores, one or the two endoplasmic reticulums are arising out of it, and either they have ribosomes connected on this, or they do not have. So this endoplasmic reticulum, if they do not have any ribosomes connected on it, you call it as a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. You call it as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
That is the concept. Now, when you call it as a smooth endoplasmic reticulum or a rough endoplasmic reticulum, that is definitely there. But there are a lot of other things that are also being prepared by the nucleus. Do you understand? So, what is that? What is that? Understand? Sometimes the nucleus also prepares sugar. Sometimes the nucleus also prepares proteins. But primarily, the proteins are produced by ribosomes. But nucleus also produces a part of proteins. All of these proteins are sent to the endoplasmic reticulum, and there are certain holes here at the ends of the endoplasmic reticulum, like here. So from this endoplasmic reticulum, these substances, they reach the cell membrane. So basically, the function of the endoplasmic reticulum is for transportation. Is for transportation. Do you understand? Is for
Okay.
networking. Yeah, is for networking. Understood or not?
Yeah.
Right. Now here we have what? Where just behind the endoplasmic reticulum, there is also one more body. See, very briefly, I'm telling you the parts because not much is required in this. So I'm just telling you very briefly. And just behind the endoplasmic reticulum is another organelle, and that organelle is nothing but the Golgi bodies. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So whatever is being prepared in the endoplasmic reticulum, and whatever is being actually prepared in the nucleus, that substance from the nucleus through the nuclear pore enters endoplasmic reticulum, and through the holes it goes here. And when it comes out, it is captured by Golgi bodies. So Golgi body capture what? Golgi body captures the substances prepared by the endoplasmic reticulum. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
Right? Captured by the endoplasmic reticulum. And when we have this particular part, the endoplasmic reticulum, let's suppose there is some fat molecule, it is being prepared. So this fat molecule is transported to the Golgi body. Now what will Golgi body do? I'll tell you what happens. There is this red colored cell membrane, right? There is this red colored cell membrane. Also, what is happening? There is this particular some organelle which is also called as mitochondria. So this blue line here is also, you understand, the membrane of mitochondria, because everything is happening inside. But the membrane of mitochondria is discolored. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
Right? So this membrane of mitochondria and our cell membrane both need fat for their formation. Both need fat for their formation, right? Are you understanding, Sonia? So when
Yeah.
both need fat for their formation, what does that mean? What does that mean? Tell me. So how does my Golgi body know that where am I supposed to send this fat? Endoplasmic reticulum has prepared the fat. Endoplasmic reticulum has prepared the sugar. But endoplasmic reticulum does not know where to send it. So what does it do? It sends that fat molecule to Golgi body. It says, I have prepared fat, now you see where to send it. So Golgi body has all the information stored in it. And what does it do? It says, okay, you're a fat molecule. So fat molecule comes into the Golgi body, right? So Golgi body basically does what? It makes a point over it. It makes a point over it. Let's suppose this blue point. And from this blue point, it basically matches the endoplasm, the mitochondria's membrane. So then this is flowing in the cytoplasm, this fat molecule, and this fat molecule flowing in the cytoplasm reaches the mitochondria. And when it reaches the mitochondria, you understand, when it reaches the mitochondria, what exactly happens? You tell me. The packaging, this blue layer has been created onto this by the Golgi body. So this blue layer matches the mitochondria's layer. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then mitochondria identifies that, okay, this packet is for me, so let me absorb it. And when the mitochondria absorbs it, it knows that it is for the cell membrane, it is for the membrane for its own, and thereby that fat gets utilized in the mitochondria's membrane formation. So Golgi body's basic work is to what? Is to package. Golgi body's basic work is to package, right? And
Okay.
transport. Package and transport. Do you understand my point?
Yeah.
Like endoplasmic reticulum is of two types. We know rough and smooth. Rough endoplasmic reticulum prepares proteins. And smooth endoplasmic reticulum prepares what? Smooth endoplasmic reticulum produces what? Tell me. Fats. But both of the
Okay.
material that are being produced by the endoplasmic reticulum, they are being thrown into Golgi body. And then Golgi body does
Mm.
what? Golgi body is on different packets of fat. On certain packets, it makes this blue layer, and on certain packets, it makes this red layer. Red layer. So if it makes a red
Mm.
layer, what do you understand? So it is going to be absorbed by our cell membrane itself. So when our cells gets damaged, certain places might be happening that our cells might be getting damaged, isn't it? Our cells might be
Mm-hmm.
getting damaged, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what would that mean? Tell me. What would that mean? If our cells are getting damaged, what would that mean?
Like the membrane
Membrane
is
needs to
like,
heal. The membrane needs to heal.
yeah.
And who is going to heal? When this particular fat molecule goes onto the surface. Are you understanding?
Okay. Yeah.
Understood. That's how it sort of works. So Golgi body's work is to package and transport and modify. Modify as in it is modifying the structure. The top layer, it is introducing a new top layer so that it is identifiable by the required, the required organelle because it is normally flowing in the cytoplasm. How would it sort of know? How would it know that it has to be absorbed by the cell membrane or it has to be absorbed by the membrane by the mitochondria's membrane? How does it know? Because if there is no extra layer being created over it, then nobody can identify that these fat molecules are to be absorbed by whom. So there has to be a little bit of modification that Golgi body does over them. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
Right? And who actually is helping? So I hope you're understanding that whatever is happening, the starting point is the nucleus. And inside the nucleus also there is this very small part which is also called as nucleolus. Do you understand the parts? So now if I draw the structure
Yeah.
neatly, I hope you understand that there is this big body. This big body is called as what? This big body is called as, this is this big body, and there is this nucleus, and there is this nuclear membrane. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right? From the nuclear membrane arises what? The endoplasmic reticulum. which could be smooth or rough. I hope you're understanding and writing down notes as well.
Yeah.
So this is it. So I am making one for you as rough and one for you as smooth. So the one which has these red dots are basically nothing but ribosomes. And these ribosomes would remain attached to this. So what do we have in here? We have these ribosomes. So the ribosomes which are connected to the endoplasmic reticulum, it is going to become a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Do you understand? And
Yeah.
this one is going to become what? The endoplasmic reticulum is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, isn't it? Right? And this
Yeah.
would be what? This would be what? So this is ribosomes, this is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and sorry, this was my rough endoplasmic reticulum, not smooth. This was my rough endoplasmic reticulum because ribosomes were connected to it. So the appearance looks to be very, very rough. Okay? And there is no ribosome connected here. This would be called as a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. You understand? Then
Yeah.
just behind it, we have these green ball bodies, which are directly connected to this, and this is called as Golgi bodies. Then there are other organelles also. So these are called as lysosomes. We'll discuss the function of lysosomes. And then there is organelle, which is called as the mitochondria. Okay, this is called mitochondria. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
So this would be, and outside there is a cytoplasm. Outside there is a cytoplasm in which all of these are floating. So lysosomes, mitochondria, right? And we are talking about an animal cell. In the animal cell, since I'm talking about, so I'm not drawing the chloroplast. Are you understanding? I have not drawn the chloroplast.
Yeah.
Understood up till now. Okay.
Yeah.
Now just see. Now inside the nucleus. Now let's come back to the main part. Inside the nucleus, there is this material. There is this liquid thread. This thread is called as the chromatin material, and this is actually the cause of all the genes that we inherit from our parents. You understand? We have this chromatin material. Do you understand my point? This chromatin
Yeah.
material is inside the nucleus. And also inside the nucleus, there is this liquid. The liquid is there. So in the liquid, this thread is flowing. And this liquid we call it as the nucleoplasm. This liquid we call it as the nucleoplasm. Are you understanding? Right?
Hmm.
Any doubts on this?
No, I
So
don't
what do you
have
think
any.
we have? We have this nucleoplasm. We have this liquid which is called as a chromatin material. We have this smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and we have this rough endoplasmic reticulum. There are ribosomes connected onto this, and there's this mitochondria. And now the entire genetics revolves around the nucleus and the nucleoplasm. Do you understand my point?
Yeah.
Right? Now understand what exactly happened. So when we have sort of this scenario, this is all happening inside the cell. So nucleoplasm has certain enzymes into it. Okay. There is also one more entity inside the nucleus which you call it as a nucleoplasm, which you call it as a nucleolus. Now this nucleolus is actually responsible So we say that nucleus is the brain of the cell. What do we say? Nucleus is the brain of the cell. That means the cell would do what nucleus says. But nucleus, but nucleolus is the brain of the nucleus also. You understand? That means the
Yeah.
controlling, who controls nucleus? It is nucleolus. So this black body inside the nucleus, the small black body inside nucleus is actually called as the nucleolus. And this nucleolus will control lot of functions for nucleus. Like for example, nucleus produces lots and lots of enzymes. Understand? Nucleus produces lots of enzymes. Do you understand? So nucleus
Yeah.
produces lots of enzymes. Nucleus produces lots of proteins. It is the nucleus which produces all the ribosomes. And in turn, ribosomes produces proteins. So some ribosomes they are left free into the cytoplasm, isn't it? Some ribosomes are left free into the cytoplasm, like for example this. So these blue ones
Mm-hmm.
are the free ribosomes, and few of them are sort of connected onto the हमारा endoplasmic reticulum. So some get attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, making it rough endoplasmic reticulum, and some remain free into the solution. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
So all of these are being produced by whom? By nucleus. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Now understand what is happening. So when we have this particular part, Sonia, when is the exam, Sonia? What are the steps of cell division? Understand. So when this grows in size, what exactly happens? Just understand. So we have this big cell. So step number one, what exactly happens? Understand. The nuclear membrane, the nucleolus, starts to disappear. Okay? The nuclear membrane or nucleolus starts to disappear. Are you understanding? Right? So this is
Yeah.
the first change that you observe in a cell, that you observe in the nucleus. Okay? When you see this particular cell. Right? So during the time of cell division, this is the very first change that is being observed. I hope you're understanding. Then what
Yeah.
exactly we observe? That this wire, that this thread, this red thread, which we call it as a chromatin material, which we call it as a chromatin material. So sorry. This chromatin material, you understand, this is like an open wire. This is like an unreeled wire or open wire, right? And now inside the nucleus itself, before the nuclear membrane disappears, this thread gets wound here. So let's suppose, so basically, what happens? The nucleolus, there was a nucleolus, right, inside the nucleus. So nucleolus basically tells the nucleus to do what? Tells the nucleus to produce a particular substance. And that particular substance is nothing but called as histone. That is a protein. And I told you that nucleus can produce proteins, isn't it? And
Yeah.
you realize that this thread will start winding onto this particular thread like this. Okay, so onto this particular protein, these threads will start winding them like this, and they will acquire a cylindrical shape. Are you understanding my point? So before the cell
Yeah.
division, what was the shape of this wire? It was an haphazard tangled wire, right? It was a haphazard wire. I hope you're understanding,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was a haphazard wire. Any doubts in this? Tell me,
No.
right? But at the time of when the cell decides to divide, when it has reached a certain stage, when it has decided to divide, then what will happen? Just tell me. what will happen? That these will appear like the chromatin material will appear like a cell. So chromatin material will the chromatin
Wrap
material
around the protein.
will wind itself up on will wind itself up on what? Will wind itself up on a protein. That protein is called histone. Is histone, right?
Yeah.
Right? And chromatin material will wind itself up on the protein histone, and that histone is being produced. So basically, this this cylindrical shape of the chromatin material is called as chromosome. Do you understand? So do you understand the difference between the chromatin material, the rod-like structures in the cell, the rod-like structures in the cell are called chromosomes. Are you understanding my point?
Yeah.
Okay. These rod-like structures in the cell are called chromosomes. Do you understand? And chromosomes appear only at the time of cell division, not like that. Appear at the time of cell division and not any other time. I hope you're understanding.
Yeah.
Hmm? So chromosomes appear only at the time of cell division, and before cell division, it is like an open thread structures which are actually entangled into each other. That's the basic concept. Do you understand the point?
Yeah.
Right? So this is the concept. Now, when I'm talking about this chromosome structure, now this is chromosomes. I hope you are understanding. Now let's understand a little bit about the chromosomes structure, how exactly one thread looks like. Understand? So we have this is the scenario. And when these are the certain changes that are taking place, that the cell grows in size, good enough. The chromatin material, winds up on the histone protein and acquires these cylindrical shapes. These cylindrical shapes that these chromatin material acquires becomes the chromosome, and the nucleolus disappears. And then after a while, even this cell membrane will also disappear. Okay, this cell membrane will also disappear. Are you understanding my point?
Yeah.
Okay, that is the concept. Now understand. Now we reach a certain stage. This stage here, we call it what? Just understand.